Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Intentional Life Podcast. I'm Amy,
And I'm AJ.
and here we love to talk about all things life, relationships, your walk with the Lord, and how to walk with even just a little bit of intentionality in that. What are we talking about today, my love?
I don't know. We haven't pulled it out of the bowl yet.
This is true.
But real quick,
hmm
wanted to give a couple shout outs real quick.
Yeah.
One is to Zach Ford, who let us use this beautiful space. He's in downtown Columbia. And his business is Enter Square. He does social media. Sorry, Zach, I'm going to butcher this. Social media marketing, I believe. And so he works with businesses to help them in their social media. And he's absolutely killing it. So thank you for letting us use this space.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Also, another quick shout out to our crew that is working with us in this first round of recording. We have David Young, videographer extraordinaire, helping us get everything captured, helping us get this beautiful space. And then we have our friend Skylar Baumgartner, who is just the sweetest individual and is so kind to help us just keep track of everything, helping us take notes, make sure that we're
Pick
staying on
out
track.
outfits.
She is fashionista extraordinaire, y'all. So shout out to those two. We love them and we're
Y'all are
super
rock stars.
grateful for helping us. So thank you. Yeah. So let's just jump right into it today. Let me get the bowl of randomness or questions, whatever you want to call them.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, this is a chunky question, all right?
Chunky.
So I'm going to be reading for a second.
All right.
All right. All right. This one says, young adults, especially those of us who are single, really need mentorship. I'm wanting to be mentored and discipled, but I don't know who to go to and how to know if I can trust someone to lead me and teach me. How do I know if they're biblically sound? How do you know who to seek out as a mentor? And how do I know what discipleship and mentorship looks like for me specifically? And especially when you're not looking for or needing a therapist or counselor, you're just needing someone older than you to do life with. They said, it's hard out here for us young people to know what we're doing or if we're doing anything right. So to have someone older and more mature in life and in their walk with the Lord to help lead us through would be so helpful.
Nice.
It's a long one, but a good one.
That is a long one. That's a chunky one. And
I'm going to leave that right there.
I know that a lot of our other questions that we've done have been kind of like single sentence kind of stuff, but just to you, if you're interested in sending in a question, go to the Google form in the show notes or on our social media, and you can send us a question like this that's bigger with more volume. It helps us get a better understanding of what it is you're specifically looking for, just so we can try and help you better or point you in the right direction more.
Yeah.
With that, mentorship, that's a real thing to be looking for. And sometimes sometimes you're going to be disappointed. And I know that's hard. Because it sounds like this person has been potentially hurt by a mentor in the past.
Or they just can't find anybody.
It's either they can't find anybody or because it sounds like they're having difficulty finding somebody they can trust. And so if there was a mentor that let you down in the past, I'm sorry. And we're all human. Sometimes we have to walk through that and walk through grace and healing from different relationships. And so I would say, depending on what it is that you're looking for mentorship in, find people in that space, in that field that you're looking for mentorship in. If you're looking for mentorship in business, find a successful business owner and offer to take them out to coffee and just start spending time with them. If it's in worship, if it's in being parents, or if it's, specifically young person looking for mentorship. If it's just mentorship in life,
in general.
sometimes it's finding, if there's a family from your church that is involved in the youth group, like heavily involved in youth group, and they've been around, they've been in youth ministry or college ministry, or even just general church leadership for a long time, and they have family, just start inviting. It sounds strange to say this, start inviting yourself into their life, because sometimes you have to pursue and make yourself available where they are at in life. If that means that you're helping them do yard work so that you can spend time with them and talk to them and be mentored by them, do that. If that means that you got to help them go do grocery shopping, or if they're setting up for their kid's graduation party, do that. Be there. And sometimes it sounds, it may sound very forward and strange. However, it's very beneficial for you to make things clear kind of up front. If you've seen this person from afar and their life is an example of where you're wanting to go and you want to be mentored by them, go first and say, hey, I'm trying to navigate life, and I love seeing what the Lord has done in your life. And I see the fruit of your relationship with the Lord in your life. And I just want to learn from you. Can I just spend more time with you and be mentored? I'm not asking for extra time out of your day to be one-on-one and be exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if it means that you're going and changing dirty diapers, if you're painting in their house, if you're running errands with them, whatever it is, make yourself available to be with them. Because if it's something that you're wanting out of life, you have to be willing to sacrifice the other things in your life to gain the wisdom and teaching from these other people.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, sometimes mentorship looks like every week we go get coffee together and talk about life, and they give input. But I think most of the time it is just doing life with people. And I think when it comes to, I think they specifically asked, like, how do I know if they're biblically sound? How do I know if they're trustworthy? Or like that, how can I trust them to lead me and teach me, is specifically what they say. Well, find people that know them. Ask, hey, is this person, or, you can ask other people, like, do you know somebody that I can seek out that's a mentor? Ask your pastor, ask a leader who, if they're not available right now, to do that in your life, like, just ask if they know anybody. Or, if you have someone in mind, but you don't feel like you're not necessarily close enough to them yet to just be like, hey, be my mentor. Just ask people who know them really well. What is their life like? Like, are they trustworthy? Like, I need a mentor. I need someone who I can talk about life with, I can talk about walking with the Lord with. And I need somebody who's lived some life, who knows how to walk through those things. Is this person trustworthy? Are they biblically sound? Like, just ask those questions of people who know them well. Or just start getting to know somebody and just see, before you just delve into all the deep places in you and start sharing all the deep, intimate things. Like, just start by getting to know them, just general life things, and discern, like, where's this person at? And if they're not quite in the place that you're hoping in terms of, someone to help lead you, that's okay. You don't have to completely dump that person in terms of like kicking them out of your life, but like, then go seek out someone else.
Yeah, what you're talking about there, where you're talking about asking somebody, you're asking other people if they know of somebody that would fit what you were looking for as a mentor, is really important. And then I want to touch on this part that they're asking about, with things being biblically sound, and that I think the first thing is trust the wisdom of Holy Spirit in your life, that as you put this request of seeking a mentor and somebody to walk with you in life before the Father, that he will help highlight those people to you, and that he'll help protect your heart if there is anything that's unsound. Just ask Holy Spirit if you're entering that specific area of conversation that has to do with Bible and theology and the spiritual, to just simply ask Holy Spirit, say, help my heart stay in tune with you, and that if there's anything that's off, help me be able to stay on guard from it and to stay unoffended by it.
Yeah.
And so that can be a big thing in trusting that, they may be further along in their life and they may have walked with the Lord longer than you. Sometimes they're going to say things that is going to wreck your personal theology that has been formulated in your head, that might be the reset that you need, but it's going to feel off in the moment. But trust Holy Spirit to help you stay in touch and be caught up and be connected to truth.
Yeah, and just go seek it out in the Word if you're not sure.
Absolutely.
Like, you're like, is that accurate? Is that true? Go find it in the Word.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead.
Both about to say something. And then I just forgot what I was going to say, so.
So did I.
That's great.
It's all good.
We both stall out at the same time.
I mean, I know that it seems like a simple answer. Like, I'm not trying to make it small. Did you remember?
Yes, I did, but it's fine. Go. Okay.
Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. So we're not trying to make this a small thing, like, because it seems, at least like as I'm talking through it, it sounds like the things that we're saying are pretty simple. Sometimes it may seem a little scary because you're having to put yourself out there and become vulnerable with somebody. But like Amy said, it's important to make sure that as you're doing that it's done in phases along the way. Like, you don't just jump in and share all of the deepest, darkest, intimate secrets about your life
that doesn't usually go very well.
Right. As you're trying to gain this mentorship relationship, it's simply joining in, and slowly you're not doing a cannonball into this situation. You're at the beach and you're wading into the water. Eventually you'll be out there swimming with them, but it's okay to just be up to your knees for a little while.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. I like that, babe. I like it. Yes, I did remember what I was going to say. So also, I have a friend we have a friend who is walking through some health stuff right now. And she was like, it's some really like weird stuff that like most people don't deal with. Like, it's like some rare kind of stuff. And so she's like, nobody understands what I'm walking through. Like, it's hard to explain to people what I'm walking through and like how this health thing is affecting me on a day-to-day basis. Because on the outside, I look fine, but on the inside, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
And there's nobody that gets it. Like, there are some people who are kind, or like they try to understand, but nobody gets it. And it's hard to walk through that. And like, also just in her walk with the Lord, trying to figure out like how to even come to him with some of this stuff and process through some of this stuff, because it's affected her life in pretty major ways. And so she was just sharing that with a friend, and her friend was like, oh, well, I actually know a lady who's a strong believer who deals with the exact same thing. Let me get you guys connected and see if it works out. And they meet up, I don't know, like every few weeks, and they'll like go get coffee or they'll go hang out or whatever. But this lady has just been like, it was through a friend that my friend ended up finding someone who essentially is like mentoring her through this health thing.
Yeah.
But also like they're talking about their walk with the Lord in this hard health situation. So it's like sometimes mentors come through that way too. Like, I mean, this person who asked the questions, they're specifically seeking out a mentor. So, I mean, that looks a little different. Yeah. But, with our friend, it's like it came in a different way that she wasn't expecting. It came through a friend's recommendation, which, again, someone who recommended somebody who they were like, this woman loves the Lord. She's of high character. She has been through everything you've been through. Like, she knows all the obstacles and hurdles that you're talking about. And it's been like the most encouraging relationship for my friend right now to have. And so, yeah, I just love that mentorship comes in different ways. It comes through different avenues. We've mentioned like finding someone at your church, which is a great place to start, especially if you're looking for spiritual mentorship, discipleship specifically. But I mean, if in your workplace there's a strong believer or it doesn't have to be in your church. If you find someone who's a strong believer, who loves the Lord, they've lived some life, they're people of good character and integrity, then seek that person out. So I just wanted to point that out. Like, it doesn't have to be someone at your church, but that's a great place to start.
Yeah. I think it all boils down to be willing to be seeking them out. Ask around for recommendations on somebody that may fit what you're looking for and is willing to be a mentor.
Yeah.
And then also being willing to take the scary step and trust that this person is not going to lead you astray. And trust Holy Spirit to help guide you in finding the person and in keeping your heart protected and whole.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. And I think another thing, can I input real quick?
Yeah.
I think another thing, because, and this person specifically talking about like, I want somebody older to do life with, which if somebody's mentoring you and mentoring you, for me personally, I want that person to be a little more seasoned in life than I am. But they're talking about, us young people not knowing if we're doing it right or whatever. Well, put yourself in a place that's not just people your age. Like, find a small group at your church that has different ages in it. Like, it's fine to be a part of a college group or part of like a young adult group. That's okay. But like, in addition to that, seek out places that have people who are older than you. If you're looking for that, because then you're naturally going to build those relationships. If you're in a group with them every week or every other week, you're naturally going to have conversations. And then it's not like, oh, I'm just standing in my church trying to like pick someone out of a crowd. Like, no, you're in relationship with these people. And it's a group of, 10 people, maybe 15 people, depending on the size of how the small groups go at your church. But seek something like that out. Intentionally put yourself in a place where there are the people that you are wanting to be around to mentor you. So, and then you'll find somebody that maybe you'll click with a little bit, more than others maybe. And
that's awesome. Great tip, babe. And so,
thanks.
Awesome. Well, hey, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. I hope that was helpful to whoever wrote in that question. Thank you. Like, we love conversations like this. I hope that's helpful for you.
Yeah. If there's more,
feel free to reach out. Let us know if it was helpful. Let us know if, when you do find that mentor and that you're able to dive in and have that relationship.
Or if there's more pointed questions around that category or that, topic, let us know. Also, do a little plug for our friend here. Our friend Charlene is getting ready to do her own podcast called The Accidental Mentor. And it's literally the entire podcast is she's diving in with people that she has mentored or that have mentored her. Where it's like kind of an accident. Like, they didn't even know that they were mentoring until, she told her mentor, hey, you've mentored me my whole life. And they're like, I did what? So that's kind of the theme of
Yeah.
the podcast. It dives into that. So when that launches, we'll let you guys know. And I'm sure she will give so much more in-depth, amazing information and just help and advice regarding mentorship and discipleship.
Yeah, the stories that she has are pretty wild and pretty incredible.
Yeah,
and so
there's some crazy ones and some fun ones. Yeah,
keep an eye out for that. So, and that plug on top of the plug.
Oh,
that's another show put out by Four Quarters Media, and so we're looking forward to having that podcast be a part of Four Quarters Media, and so just keep an eye out for that. And we're going to continue adding different podcasts and shows and rolling them out. So keep an eye out there. So, all right, babe, let's wrap this one up.
All right.
Fanning the cards out for your choosing your question. Oh. I thought you were doing an and. She pulled the questions for humans.
Interesting. Deloney going with the big questions. How does someone gain your trust? Like you specifically. How do they gain your trust?
There are two things for me. One, don't lie to me. 2, prove yourself. And I don't mean that like in a bad way. Like you got to go like do some crazy thing to prove yourself.
Rapport.
Just choose that you're trustworthy. Like I know that it like that's how they.
How does someone gain your trust?
Yeah, they gain my trust by proving that they can back up what it is that they say that they can do or that they're going to do. And so if someone can't do that or just doesn't do that,
your words and your actions
then
match.
Yeah, then I have to make sure that that I keep that at arm's length. If I find out that you're lying to me, honestly, if I find out that you're lying to me, talking bad about me, or that you can't back up what you're saying, then I'm not able to really trust that individual.
Honestly, I don't know if my answer would be that much different. I mean, I feel like in terms of how does someone gain my trust? I mean, yeah, like someone who's consistent. Like I trust people, like really trust someone who's consistent. They're the same no matter what room they walk into, no matter who's in the room. They're the same individual. They have integrity. That's how you gain my trust.
That's good.
Like I might like you if you're not like that, but I won't trust you if you're going to be flippant.
Yeah.
And you're going to chameleon yourself to fit in. I don't feel like I can trust you because I don't feel like you're actually being honest.
True.
With who you are.
Absolutely.
That's a big one for me.
Yeah. All right, y'all. You know the deal. Put in the comments, in a review, wherever you want. How does someone gain your trust? We want to hear from you. And, we're looking forward to the next episode, whatever it is that we're going to talk about. This has been the Intentional Life Podcast. I'm AJ.
I'm Amy.
Thank you so much. You have a great day. Find us on the show. So find us on the socials, like, share, and subscribe.
I thought you were saying find us on the soap, and I was like, soap?
I don't know if I'll be able to.
The show.
I might be able to save that in post.